Okay, hey, what's up, Boomer? Here's I've been wanting to share this. About Social Security and the things I've seen the last 2 years or whatever. When to take it, why you should take it early, and on and on and on. Why you can't take it early, and all of these experts talking to mathematical equations about why you should or shouldn't, and everyone's different. I'm going to tell you about what my situation is and why. Unequivocally, bleh, if you're over 60, you shouldn't say that word. But no doubt in my mind, there's no way a person like me could take it at 62, even though I think there are many scenarios where that is a good reason. The reason I couldn't do it is there's income restrictions if you take it. And most of us, or many of us that I know, are still working. And if that's the case and you have debt, you can't take it at 62. We're going to talk about that. But first, I'm headed to drop my ballot off, my voter, what do you call it? The ballot. Yes, very important. And am I going to tell you who I voted for? Stay tuned. I'm going to cover that at the end. I'm doing what those, YouTubers do. Anyways, we're in the car. All right. Have I told you I live in a gated community? You know why I live in a gated community? Because it's dangerous around here, people. So it is about a week or inside of a week of the election. Headed over to the community college, as I think I may have mentioned, to drop the ballot off. It's the last day that you can do ballot drop off. So headed to drop the ballot off at the community college up here. And it's the last day before the to do drop off ballot. As usual, I've waited to the last minute. For some reason, I thought I had more time, but the election literally is just a few days away. I think 7 days, something like that. This is North Phoenix. We're headed over, as I said, and I missed the turn. So, headed over. I missed my turn. Headed over to the community college where there is an official drop box for the ballot. So, regarding Social Security, here's the situation. I turned 62. I certainly wanted to take it, but I'm not qualifying for a big amount. So, number one, I could afford to wait. But the reality is I had to wait, and I'll tell you why. If you're turning 62 and you still need to work, you have any kind of debt, you can't take it. Simple. I didn't need a counselor. I'm going to keep this relevant to me. I didn't need a counselor. I didn't need an accountant. Here's the simple two things I learned. Number one, there's an income cap. It was at the time about $19,000 a year. So I could earn that plus take my Social Security, which was just under $1,000. Now, come on, let's get real. How am I going? Do I want to live on that amount? Heck no. As a matter of fact, how could you? And that was, even 6 years ago, 4 years ago. There we go. The income cap works like this. If you make more than, at that time, $18,000, $19,000 a year, for every $2 you make over that income for the year, they hold back $1. So let's just say it's $20,000 a year, and let's say you make $30,000, so that'd be $10,000 over the cap. They're going to hold back $5,000. They're not going to take it. They're just going to put it back in your account and hold it because you earn too much. Well, let's just you're not going to live off just that little bit of Social Security payment each month as well as your income. So had to wait. It's that simple. Now, you could do it, I suppose, if I had zero debt, but I don't want to limit my income capability at that point. All right, here's the community college, Paradise Valley Community College. If you're from Phoenix, you know the area. I'm hoping I can just drop this thing off, not have to walk to it. I'm talking, oh, look at this. I see signs that say voting. Yep, I'm in the drop-off zone. I'm dropping off the ballot. Voting. Go back to main campus. Oh, boy. Look at this. I got even a shady position. When you live in the desert, even though this is one of the coolest days of the year, shade is always a welcome sight. Okay, I've got to say it wasn't too hard. Everything is really well marked. It says vote a key here. I'm going to head over there right now. Is the drop box over here?
Yeah.
Is it? Do you have to go inside?
Let's go. It's just right inside.
Good.
Takes a second.
Thank you. Okay, that was easy. That was great. You can't do any kind of video or whatever, but the entrance was right there. And the coolest thing here in Arizona, look at this. I'm keeping this for, let's turn around like this. Look at that. Look at that. Saguaro cactus, American flag, state of Arizona. I voted. Hey, that's a cool shot. All right, as I said, that went pretty smooth, and I'm not doing a very good job holding this camera. Check it out. That is the coolest I voted sticker I've ever gotten in my life. So I was saying about, not being able to choosing not to take my Social Security or apply for it or begin it at 62. It wasn't going to work. It's that simple for all y'all. If you're like me and you still need to work, the income restriction alone keeps you from doing it. So, do you want to wait till 70 where you get the big bucks? Absolutely not. I can't think. And in terms of, for me, listening to all the experts, all the reasons they say, wow, the lifespan is 90-some years old and it's going to come into play later on. Here's the facts. If you're having any health issues after, say, 50, 60 years old, they know, the actuaries and insurance industry know, you're not going to make it that long. And that's another reality we have to be honest with ourselves about. We're just not going to make it. I think the mean age in America now for males, white males, is 73 years old from the most recent. 73. It used to be, 75, 76, 77. Even at that, what makes me think I'm going to really have many days after that? I don't know. I know that I'm doing everything I can today to get there. And that means making some dramatic changes in, taking care of myself the best I can, and that type of thing. We only have today, so definitely not wait until 70. I know that. And they know that. The Social Security wins because the majority, we're just not going to make it that far. That's not trying to be negative. So the next best time to take it, or for me, the best thing to do was to take it at my qualifying year. For most people today, as it stands in 2024, and that is changing probably. It'll get later, but it's 67. So for me, it was 66 and 7 months. I guess I was grandfathered in when they made those changes in the past. And that means in the qualifying year, that you turn 67, for example, as I understand it, you actually can make up to 50-some thousand a year without them holding anything back. Well, I'm well under that. It just occurred to me now's the time to take it. So I'm going into that qualifying year in January. So I I sent my request in via the website, which was very simple. I sent it in in January, because the difference between taking it in January and waiting to the actual qualification month, which is like April or something like that, was about $25-$30 going forward per month. And that's just not worth it. I'm going to start it as early as I can, and that will be, first check would be in February. I have So that's what I did. I'm at a point now that, and then after that quote qualifying year of 67, you can earn as much as you want. They're not holding anything back. So that makes the most sense to me. This decision, again, all of the advisement by the experts, from the experts, just don't seem to much apply to me. My situation is very simple. I needed to continue to work past 62. I still had some debt. I could not, and it did not make any sense to take it with the income cap and restrictions. But 67 makes a lot of sense for me, and 70 makes no sense because just the statistics are in their favor. If I wait till then, that I will take or recover very little of that. So my goal is then take it in that middle, what they call the full qualification area. I'm going to take what I get then. I'm going to continue to work with no income restrictions, and I'm going to enjoy life. In a future video, I'm going to go over why continuing to work is really a healthy option, and what those options are and what they look like for a lot of us boomers. And they're good ones. It's optimistic. We have more opportunity now to supplement our income in ways that not only are lucrative but creative, enjoyable. Look for that in a future episode coming. Now, for those of you who were persuaded to hang in there, or maybe you've just skipped through the video to see my revealing who I voted for. Woo! Okay, so who did I vote for? Let's get to that. Even though this video was about the decision-making process for me in taking and when to take Social Security, I think this has more become on this, what is the most interesting thing, the most curious thing, the most nosy thing y'all are interested in is who did I vote for? Let me park this thing. I'm almost back home. Let me park this thing and tell you what I'm gonna tell you. Okay, well, we're gonna wrap this video up today. I had to stop there and put I voted. I'm keeping this as a souvenir, by the way. Like I said, I love it. It's a great Arizona related I voted sticker. Simple things. But so here's the big reveal. I mean, I thank you for coming along, etc. While I went out to vote today, I've made clear about Social Security. It's real simple to me. It's a matter of basic math, basic situations for me, needing to work, etc. So who did I vote for? Drum roll, please. You think I'm crazy? I'm not telling you who I voted for, and I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. Is because, one time opened this restaurant, little family-style restaurant, small town, and with my wife at the time, we were warned not to do that because she became my ex-wife during that time. But it was a great experience overall, but a very painful one. But one of the community leaders who had a restaurant, one of the most successful in this little town ever, he was out of the business at this time. He said, Phil, whatever you do, when they ask you to get on the council, city council, whatever, when they ask you for your opinion on something, don't do it. He said, you're going to immediately isolate 50% of your community by doing that. And no matter who you voted for, I respect you, even if I were to disagree with you or you with me. But we don't want to divide the community via politics. Because regardless of where we are, our political structure right now is pretty broke. It's pretty scary in a way. Hopefully we're all going to come through this. I assume we will, because the country always has. There'll be changes, but yeah, we don't want to divide this community, and so no politics. But at least I voted. Hope you do too, and we'll see you soon. And thanks for joining me on this little excursion this morning. Later, boomers. Time to go. Last day to do mail-in. Dropbox.